Ray Productions here, LS. Yeah, I've got two Arsenal fans with me, and what's you lot's initial thoughts on the game?
It's disappointing at the end if you don't get a 3 points, especially if it's the North London derby. You always want to win, especially at home. But I think it's a good point. It's better than losing the game. So and the way and manner we conceded was a bit painful, shall I say? But ultimately, we take the point and we move.
And what would you say? Because I think from minute 1 to minute 25, we had them.
Yeah.
But then from minute 25 to around minute 80, we kind of dropped off a level.
Yeah.
And then towards the end of the match, we picked back up. But why do you think it is that in the middle of the match, we can't control games to the full capacity? And then we have to push on. No, we get ourselves in a situation where we're pushing on in the last 10 minutes. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think sports are a good thing, and they've really made good improvement this season. They've got good managers as well, and they look well coordinated. And more importantly, they've not got any pressure on them now, so they could play relatively freely. Now again, we play a midweek game, Champions League, and I think their last game was a Saturday, so they've had enough time to rest and all of that. That still wouldn't excuse, because we wanted to get the Champions League, so we can't complain when we get Champions League football. I think we started quite well and we dominated, and we had very good chances. We probably could have sealed the match if we had taken our chances. Then they grew into the game and we considered a very silly goal, and we lost rhythm in about 30 minutes till the end of the first half. We came out in second half, we got our goal, and we conceded immediately, and I don't know what happened. I'm not sure if Rice is injured or something. But the truth is at the end of the day, I don't think we've significantly improved on our midfield from last season, and that's the problem people like me have with signing Rice for whooping 105 million. He's a good player. He is a good player, no doubt about it. But he's never 105 million. And why I say that is because I believe you could use that money to get two players that could, give you something that people will argue. I'm not saying I'm not arguing that Rice is a bad player, but when you spend 175 million on your midfield, and it doesn't necessarily look stronger than what it was the previous season, then you begin to ask questions that why does the midfield look relatively weak? So I feel we still need to improve in the midfield and forward position. Unfortunately, we can't do anything about that until January. So, but I think the team is still strong. It's the beginning of the season. It's important not to lose. It's important to keep composure, and we see how things go.
And what do you feel about the left wing situation? Because now Martinelli's out for I think a few weeks, and then we've now got Trossard out. What do you guys feel like needs to be done? Because personally, I thought today we should have started over in Ketty, but I don't know. What's you guys thoughts?
I think at the beginning of the game, I thought that was a good lineup, like JG's on the left side and Nketiah in the middle, and it kind of worked, especially in the first half, because we really had a good game in the first half, and they were there for the taking, to be honest. So I think moving forward, I think that's what I would still go with, Jesus on the left side, Nketiah, obviously, I think we shouldn't really struggle that much against other teams, if you get what I mean,
And obviously we've got Man City in a few weeks, and obviously as we've heard the news, Rodri will be out for that match. What do you guys think going into that match? Would you say now you're more confident that Rodri is out, or would you say you're kind of feeling the same?
I think we really need to know what's happened to the team. For example, what's happened to Rice? Is he out injured? Are we going to have a few guys back like Martinelli and stuff like that? I mean, if we have our team, if we have the full score, like talking about Rice, Odegaard, and Kai Havertz or Fabio Vieira, if Martinelli's back, I mean, essentially we've got our full score, our first 11, I would say. We've got a good chance. And at the end of the day, it's at the Emirates. Why not? I think we've got a really good chance. There's nothing more.
Well, for me, Rodri not being in the team, it's good for us. Let's see if we'll have Rice in our own team as well. But aside that, I don't care who Man City is bringing to the Emirates, they're still going to be the favorite. This Man City team is mad. You don't be surprised you get Kevin Phillips playing like a prime Rodri on the day. So they've got, the thing with City is they've got mad coordination. You know, they could blindfold them and they'll still play good football and they'll still put in chances. And you know, they've got this experience. There's a thing about when you've done this thing several times, they've got this.
It does matter.
It does matter. But I'm sure it will be a very good fight. And I feel our team is as well, you know, as a team, as a unit, we look, you know, a bit stronger as a unit. I don't think the midfield or the forward position is particularly stronger than, significantly stronger than last season. But as a unit in total, as a team, we look like a team that won't be easily beaten. So it's going to be a great match. I still hope that we could get the best out of them this time, but definitely Man City still will be the favorite.
They're still, man, they've got good coaches, remember that, and you know.
And they've got a robot, you know, they've got a robot in front of goal, so all he needs is just 1-2 chances, convert the game.
I remember last season when we were going to Etihad, you know, obviously league running, you know, and you know, we had a really good chance. You know, we had a really good chance. I think Papa was out of all view for the game, and you know, at the end of the day, what's his name? Hey, change the tactics. We have 4 people.
Yeah.
You know,
Bernardo Silva was playing left back at that.
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? You know, everything just changed, and you know, at the end of the day, it was 4-0 or 4-1 at the end of the day. So at the end of the day, they've got a good coach, great players. They can change things around. You know, you never can tell.
It's going to be a good one. I'm sure the boys will be fired up for that as well.
Yeah, sure.